What's going on YouTube? As Donnie B all day. I'm bringing you Smith Wesson lockback. This is the Bulldog. There's actually a model number on it too. It is the SW Smith Wesson, obviously 604, and at 8.5, completely open. It has a 5-inch size being closed with a 3.5-inch 8CR 13 MOV blade. I have no idea how thick it is. I didn't measure it, and it doesn't say, so I don't know. Let's close all that. We got all the information we need. So let's take a gander at this thing right here. This cordage actually comes with it. It's not really a lanyard because there's nowhere to put anything through it. However, I find that linking it between fingers gives you a really, I mean, you can see it's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Just by linking it through the fingers, it actually holds on really good, gives you a little bit of extra grab and hold. I like that. The G10 scales in this are very, very nicely done. They're well textured. And here's the thing. You see this little insert right here, right? It's carbon fiber insert. It's inside this groove. That groove is on both sides, but the insert's only on one. And inside here, it's very smooth where everything else is textured. I'm assuming they mean for you to be able to put your hand there, but I'd really have to monkey knuckle that for that to happen. You know, your hand goes around it. So, and me being left-handed, it really doesn't matter anyway. But it is what it is. I mean, it's just a little design piece. For me, it's unnecessary. For you, it probably will be too. Who cares? It is what it is. It doesn't take away from the knife. The deep pocket belt clip is actually really nice. It is tip up. It is single-sided. You can't switch this around, but it has really good spring, and I like that it's skeletonized. It kind of gives it a better look, I think. I do appreciate that. Let's see. We have the scales that we just talked about that are really nice. The liners are really nice. However, the stop pin, you can see right there, that stop pin is pretty small. What's not small is the action. That's a big action. And there's a couple ways that you're going to open this knife. You can use the thumb studs, right, which are ambidextrous and both the same size. I love that. I hold it by here and flip it. That way I'm going to get a good open, a good fast open. Going this way, sometimes because it has long travel, you're not going to get it to open all the way. So you really have to practice with that. However, they do have this. And you'd look at it and go, oh, wow, it's a little flipper, so I'm just going to pull that. But that's what happens when you do that. It's kind of like a flipper assist, basically. So what happens is if you hit the flipper as you flick it open, it comes out really fast. And I do appreciate that. That's pretty cool. It is shave sharp. I already tested it on a little patch. Shave sharp out of the box. Yeah, you can see the hairs there. And it's a double step Tonto. You know, the grind is double stepped, so it goes here and then in there, and it doesn't affect the actual edge. Just where the grind is, you're going to have that little lip right there. Affects nothing. Just a cool look. Makes the tip thinner than this area here, so when you're carving things, if you really need to get some good bite using the tip, it's going to go through easier because it's thinner. I don't think it's going to really take away too much from the strength, though. Naturally, the Tontos have really strong tips, and this one is no exception to the rule. It's got a pretty sturdy feel to it. I love the shape. I love the blade shape. It's hefty. It's badass. It's thick. It's burly. The jimping up top is really smooth because it's big jimping. You can see how spread out they are. There's no catching on it. It just gives that little bit of extra something. The swedge is really, really well done. It's not to a point where it's going to bother your finger if you have to use it for any kind of skinning. It does have a tensioner, so you can adjust this thing on your own. I have no idea how long the cordage is because I'm not going to undo it just to tell you. All I know is that it works, and there's enough of it to where if I did have to unwrap it, I can actually get some use out of that. That's about it as far as that. Now, you'll see this side is very plain. This side has these two fullers. I don't know if they're just for design or I'm assuming for weight reduction, which really, in my opinion, that much weight coming off isn't going to affect it that much. However, maybe that's what they think. Here's where your balance sits right there. So you can see where the weight rides. It's a pretty thick, burly piece. I like the shape of the thumb studs. They're kind of almost decorative. They're pretty cool. Looks like an old-fashioned door handle or something, but not so bad. So what I want to do is I want to go over to the fireplace here. I want to grab some wood and let's see what we can carve up with this guy. The liner lock on it is really nice. It works very well. The alignment is perfect. The fit and finish overall is most excellent. It is really, really nice. Smith & Wesson has come a long way. I remember their older lockbacks and not being impressed with them at all. And then all of a sudden, over the last couple of years, they start making things like this. And I brought you the border guard, and that's a really nice knife. And the more and more I start to look at these, the more and more impressed I get. I mean, they have tons of different handles, materials, different blade materials, different shapes, different sizes. They really, really can fit pretty much any need. And that's a good heads up to Smith & Wesson. I think they're getting a lot better and pleasing customers with their knives and not just their firearms. Best in the world. So this is really, really a breath of fresh air when you get something in your hand from Smith & Wesson that's edged and you like it. You know what I mean? You can hear that little click, that snap. Man alive. Not so bad. Let's go hit some wood, all right? All right, so let's start with a little bit of how sharp are you? Ooh-wee. That's pretty sharp. That's pretty sharp. It is tearing right through this wood. This is nice hard wood, and it is moving. Let's see. Being hardwood, let's see if I can hold some of these feather sticks here. And I'm just going to make a couple to show you how sweet it is. So here, let's take this and do a couple of pushes right through a knot. Man, let's use that thin edge. Wow. I'll tell you what, carving with that tip, that thin area, is incredibly easy. I had not done this yet with that, and I have to say that if I'd known then what I know now, whoo-wee, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I just got this in this past week, and I know I have a bunch of other blades I have to get to, so there's no rhyme or reason or order in which I do these things. I just decided to grab it and do it today. So you need to make arrows, you need to make darts, you need to make spears, you need to make pit spikes and kill some animals. This right here will get the job done. Let's see if we can't get a nice little notch with it on some hardwood. Oh yeah, wow, it's actually digging in there really, really nicely. So can it notch? Yeah, it can notch. Let's do the old square notch, my old Lincoln log notch. Let's see, man. You got to build fires, or you got to build a place to sleep for the night. Being able to make square notches, man, that is an absolute must. All right, so let's see what we got here. This is a thick piece of hardwood, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it on this, but we're going to try like hell. Let's see if we can't baton through hardwood. Even though it's a small piece, you got to think it's a small blade. It's only 3.5 inches. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Decimated it. We're going to make that a new song. Decimated it. All right, so look at this. Can I baton with it? Hell yeah. All right, so here's a mistake I just did. When I got done, what I wanted to do was just throw the stick down. What I did is threw the knife down on accident. I held the stick and got rid of the knife and landed tip down in the cement that's around the fireplace. Look at that. There's zero damage. Zero damage to that tip. All right, so what I want to do is let's do a puncture test here. Move this over. All right, we got some hardwood here for the old fire. So let's do a puncture test. And that's not too bad. Oh man, that's actually pretty good. Now let's check that tip again. See how far we bent it. Oh no, guys, look what happened. Nothing. Thing is just great. I mean, the tip held up real well. Let's see what we got here. Let's do some pushes. Man, this wood is so hard. It's just skating. Man, well, it's actually shaving, but I'm losing all my shavings. Hold on a second. Let me show you what's happening here. All these, which are great for fire. You need to get a fire started. These little guys right here are gonna get it done, but they're just jumping off there. So I'll tell you what, this little bulldog is bulldogging it. Man. All right, so that's pretty sharp right there. That is pretty sharp. Let's see. I'm trying not to lose them. I'm trying to hold them so you guys can see this. So, you see, the thing cuts. All right, so, I don't know, guys. I mean, it's a lockback. Let's see if there's any wobbling. No, it's all pretty good. It's comfortable. It's sharp. And so far, it's proving to be strong, right? And you know, strong is a must with Donnie B all day. So, this right here is dirt cheap. This right here, I believe, is sub 20. You can get this thing on like eBay under 20 bucks. It's got a good size. It's got a good heft. It's got a good weight, and it's got good usage, right? I could do pretty much anything with this. I wonder if I could create spark with the swedge. Let's see. Yep. So not only that, but let's clean that crap off of there. But you can actually throw spark with that too. I mean, there's a whole lot you can do with this little blade. You can baton with it lightly. You can make your kindling. You can feather stick. You can carve. You can shave. You can slice. You can dice, and you can stab. As far as stabbing is concerned, as far as a personal defense knife, most definitely. This guy is really, really comfortable in the hand. There isn't much as far as what you'd use a 3.5 inch Tonto blade for that this can't do. Really. If you're in the market for a blade that size, you don't want to spend a lot of money, but you want to get a lot of work done, bada boom, bada bing. The Smith Wesson Bulldog. Can I recommend it? Hell yeah. For the price, are you kidding me? Under 20 bucks? You guys, I'm telling you, if that's not worth it to you, then I want your money. Because right here, that's not too shabby. Not too shabby indeed. So you want a good little pocket knife. You don't want to spend a bunch of money, but you want to get a bunch of use and even have it come with a little bit of extras. There you go. There you go, right there. Right there. Don't get out now, right now. So, that's not too bad. I can definitely recommend it. I'm Donnie B all day. And until next knife.